Hello everybody and welcome back to Crow's Nest Book Reviews with my second video in a span of 2 days. Like I said, we are taking 2023 seriously and we are actually going to be here doing things. So without further ado, we're going to get into my January TBR, my first books of the year. Now starting off, I have already begun Shogun by James Clavell on audio. Doing this over as a kind of read-along with Theo over at Rekindled Reader and a whole lot of other people. And I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm in about chapter 3. I think I've only been listening it to and from work a little bit, not every day here, so I've kind of barely begun it, but I'm really enjoying it so far, and from what I understand, this is an absolute masterpiece of a historical fiction novel, and it's really nice to see a historical Asian style setting instead of, like Pillars of the Earth was European and other stuff like that. So I'm really excited to dig more into this very soon here. And my first physical book of the year, I am starting Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, and I have been looking forward to this for a very long time. It's probably been the last 6 months I've been looking forward to starting this, but I said I wanted to start it and end this whole series all in 2023, so I will actually be pretty much starting it as soon as I finish recording and getting this video ready, because I've been looking forward to this for so long, and it's been eating me away inside not starting it yet, so I am just so excited. Plus, I'm going to be making videos. I hope to make videos for every single one of these books, whether it be a review or a spoiler talk or something, just so I can gush about it. I'm not sure. Hopefully I like them in the first place. That'd be rough if I made all this big plan and then I don't even end up liking it, but just from everything I've heard, her character work is bar none, and as a character reader, I'm very optimistic. So those are the first two starts of the year. Once Assassin's Apprentice is done, I will be starting Shadow and Claw by Gene Wolfe, the first book in Book of the New Sun. And this is another one I've been looking forward to very much here for a while. I've been needing, now that R. Scott Bakker is done, I needed another kind of dense, makes you think type of series, and from what I understand, that's what this is. And I was actually gifted this, which is awesome. I got it, and it was for a Secret Santa, and I was like, oh, perfect timing. I need this for January. So I am very much looking forward to getting into that one. My next fantasy series that I'll be starting after all these will be Jen Lyons with The Rune of Kings, first book in the Chorus of Dragons series. This is another one. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I haven't heard a whole lot of buzz about it, and I've been trying to read a little more of things like with the Legacy series by Matthew Ward, where I wanted to read something I haven't really heard much about to see how good it is, and then maybe I can be a voice that tells people about it. So this will be another definite January read. This will be, along with all of these other than, well, Shogun's kind of separate, but one book a month is the plan on pretty much everything I do. Very few things. Like Dresden, I did two a month, but other than that, I usually just do one a month, so that's why I'm starting a whole bunch of things. And then next up, with a reread, I will be doing Red Rising on audio, along with Mike's book reviews and a whole lot of people over there. And I only just recently decided I was going to rejoin for this, just because it's been about a year. I realized Morning Star was one of my absolute favorites of the year, and I was like, I want to read these 3 again before I get to Iron Gold and Dark Age for books 4 and 5, and then with the new releases this year to finish the series out. I was like, you know what? Why not? I love this series, so I'm excited to redo that. And then, not lastly, the last one I have physically, Legacy of Light by Matthew Ward, as I spoke about yesterday. I kind of had to push it back. I was planning on reading it this month, or not this month, I should say. It's not December anymore. I was planning on reading it in December, but I went through a little bit of a slump, so I just kind of decided to kind of take a rest from that and leave it for January. So I'll be getting to this. This will be once everything else over here is done, and then this is a massive book, so I've kind of tried to leave myself a little bit of wiggle room to make sure this gets done. So that's why it's a little, normally I read a ton, And so far, a lot of these I'm looking over. I'm like, this seems like I could have this done pretty quickly. So hopefully, I should have plenty of time to get this series done this month, so that I can hopefully this sticks the landing and I can shill it out for all eternity. Because this is another one that if it sticks the landing, just like Five Warrior Angels by Brian Lee Durfee, it'll probably be an all-time trilogy for me. And then I do not have it physically yet. I'm still waiting on it to be delivered. But if I have time, after all this, I will be reading Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, the first of his 4 secret projects. And I'm glad I can now say the title without it being a spoiler for the people that aren't trying to find out the titles and stuff like that. Because I know there are people like that out there. I wasn't one of them. I was immediately like, what is it? I need to know what is it, what it's about. I like to know information, at least something. But if I have time, I will read that this month. If not, I will probably bleed it in. I will probably do it in February, just because I do want to read them at least close to when they come out. I don't want to have them all build up and then be like, well, now I've got 4 whole novels to read. Basically, a full Stormlight-sized set of 4 books to read, and I don't want to end up doing that. I want to kind of space it out, kind of have this like it's supposed to be a year of getting one of his books every couple months. So should about wrap it up for January. Other than I'm not really probably gonna formally announce them on my TBRs or anything, but I do read manga back there. I mean, you can see I've got mirrored the Berserk collection down there and other things like that. I'm 1 volume short of finishing Deluxe Volume 4 of Berserk. I'll probably get into some more Vinland Saga, which I've read Volume 1 of. I'm not really gonna formally TBR them. I don't. I might just as a way to get me to do them. With it, scheduling them will make it easier for me to be like, okay, let's get this done, because they're also very quickly reads. Like I've been reading a volume of Berserk a day. Yesterday I actually read 2, so. But I'm not gonna formally schedule them just because with manga it's easier for me to just kind of look at it and be like, you know what, I feel like picking that up today, and then just doing it. But we'll see where that goes, and I might now, like at the end of the month, I might announce like, oh hey, here's what I actually read compared to my TBR, and we'll do all stuff like that then. But that is it for my January TBR. I'd love to hear what else you guys have planned, and I will see you in the next one.